And we are back. Thankfully, it wasn't too long of a wait, and we are here with our grand finals. We have what is probably the most fitting match, in my eyes anyway, now that we're having a bit of our resurgence of casting ESL Open Cup Asia. So let's potentially get those predictions in. I'm not sure if it's too late for that. I've already pulled it. But regardless, we are going to be here, kicking things off with our TVP on 2,000 atmospheres. LE, we're in the bottom left-hand corner map. Spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea. He is really popping things off, looking to redeem himself a bit here in his stomping grounds, that of course being the ESL Open Cup Asia. He is representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG, we have Cure.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have his opponent, the South Korean Protoss player. He is his teammate, also representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Zest.
They say that ain't no rest for the wicked, and man, that I guess is what you could call these players. Neither player wanted to break. They were offered by the admins like, yo, you know, just got out of your best of fives, you want to like chill a little second? They're like, nope, Cure, where's your cacao? Let's get these vetoes. Cure's like, yes, Zest, I have awaited you. You have won way too many of these in a row.
Exactly. Zest is on a 2-week winning streak. Will this be his third? Or can Cure deny that and break the chain? That is the question. Both players are already warmed up. Mate, Cure just took down Creator.
Zest just took down not many Terran players on his side of the bracket, though. Took out Principal earlier on, and now he just took it. But that was about it. Still, though, definitely a lot of overlap, especially when you're Zest, and especially when you're doing something a little cheeky with a probe and pylon right at your opponent's serve base location.
Oh yeah, exactly. Zest is going to be very aggressive here, as I imagine we're going to see. There it is. We have a gateway thrown down so Zest can help reinforce across the map. There is that third gate, so 3 gates aggression here from Zest, and we will see that blink. I mean, I'm
finished up.
Yeah.
Stalker. Oh, okay.
You're like, where's the Dark Shrine?
Yeah. As it's not as effective in PvT, but yeah, I mean,
scans are good units.
They are.
Meanwhile, the Hellion, oh my god, it actually slips into the main base, sees the additional gateways, sees the Twilight Council.
But how much of a tip-off is this really? Well, he doesn't see an additional pylon in the main.
True.
So hopefully that is enough for Cure to go off of. Yeah,
it very much so could be. Meanwhile, the Adepts do not manage to shade into the main base. Looks like Cure is opening up with a bit of a Widowmine job. Medevac just now finishes up, and that means that these Widowmines are not going to be at home to defend.
That they won't, but there are plenty of Marines. Bunker did finish up as well. Now, a well-timed blink can definitely take out the defenses of Cure, but how much is Zest willing to sacrifice? This is going to be the question.
That is the real question here. Meanwhile, Zest is being a little bit overly ambitious there. If the Shades were actually able to get in, then he would have high ground vision, would have maybe been able to blink into the main base, but instead he's still stuck out here. Oh my god, but he just continues to reinforce across the map, continues to warp in more Stalkers.
And he's going to make use of that. He has no detection back home. But thankfully for Zest, Cure doesn't have an armory either.
Oh no, he does not. The Widowmines, oh, they were actually picked up as well, so it looks like Cure will be able to go in for a second Widowmine drop. Meanwhile, oh my god, he's got a shade on top of the tank! Oh my god!
And with that shade, he gets the high ground vision. He's able to blink right on top of that tank. Every single Marine is forced into the high ground once again. Very precarious position.
Mate, I think that's it.
It's gotta be.
The Marines are going down.
How much can a follow-up Widowmine drop do?
Oh my god, we'll find out, because again, these Marines, they do not have stim. These Stalkers are trading so well. 13 SCVs go down. Widowmines come back in. Oh my god, but he reacts.
And Widowmines Get only 2 more probes. A quick warp in, back home for Zest. Will be able to completely shut that down. And now it's 1 tank.
Yeah, now there's only 1 tank. There is a Raven, but the Stalkers just blink into the natural base. Marines are going to try and deal with this. But again, these are vanilla Marines. 0-0 without stim, without combat shields. Oh my god, he just blinks on forward and he will be able to take down the Raven.
Take out Raven, take out another tank. 1 more volley. Not quite there. But still, the damage has been done. Cure just lost 20 SCVs in that. 20 SCVs in total. Very uncomfortable, a very comfortable lead for Zest as he finishes up his third base.
Yeah, exactly. And Zest, he takes down another tank. We do have 1 on the way, but again, Zest keeping that tank count low means that the follow-up reaction or the follow-up from Cure is just going to be that much weaker. The counterattack.
Absolutely will. I'm loving how active Zest is being right now. He knows he can get away with it. He knows he's confident enough in his micro if things really start turning sour. And, you know, worst comes to worst, they're just gateway units. He is fine sacrificing a couple of stalkers here and there to maintain the map control as he gets his gateway explosion going back home.
Yeah, exactly. Not just an explosion. He's got a third base as well. He's got plenty of income from minerals because he is done with stalkers. Now it is the age of the charge slots. Charge is on the way. He doesn't need the additional gases at his bases. He just needs minerals to just roll over his opponents. Meanwhile, Cure, what do you do from this position? You gotta, 1 of 2 things. Either try and macro up or try and hit a timing after sustaining all that damage.
And he's definitely looking to get into that timing. He's gonna go for a push regardless, but yeah, now it's a lot weaker, which ironically makes it a lot more important to for him to hit and do damage.
Yeah, like look at that worker disparity. Like Kira is almost down 20 workers compared to his opponent. There is no third base. 2 more Raxes were thrown down behind the mineral line. I feel like that signifies that he wants to go for a 2-base all in. He may even pull some boys. I'll be surprised if he starts an upgrade though, because waiting for +1, I don't know if you can afford to wait that long.
Yeah. Cure definitely not looking to be too all in right now, not pulling the boys, and as you said, just the fact that he cut that eBay as late as he did, indicates that he wants a game.
There we go.
Nope, never mind. The boys are pulled.
Exactly.
Let's go.
I was about to say yes. There is no upgrade on the way. It was just for sure. He does not intend to allow the game to go on any longer. The boys are pulled across the map. Meanwhile, the Zealots actually missed the army. Uh-oh.
This will definitely be a lot of trouble. Now, Zest will be able to completely cripple Cure here with this run by, but again, his defenses are going to be a lot weaker. He needs to buy himself a lot more time. They have some more warp-ins in.
Yeah, the problem is that there we go. The Zealots, they come back home. Like they do nothing at home because at the natural, the SCVs they aren't there. They're across the map.
Just like so, as more and more Stim Bio makes it through. If Cure can deal with 1 army at a time, then he can't snowball from here. Will he be able to do it? The Zealots are starting to come in. The tanks are so exposed.
Yeah, exactly. The tanks are gonna go down. The boys come in as well, and Zest will be able to clean up this army. And from here, there's nothing left, mate.
Yeah, Cure producing 7 Marines at a time.
He is.
What's that gonna do?
He's muling up as best he can. He's getting ready for the second wave, but the second wave is gonna include 0 tanks.
Pure Marines, and they are Marines with Stim and Combat Shield, but
True.
Marines nonetheless versus Chargelets and Stalkers with Blink.
Yeah, exactly. And meanwhile, we just have continual warp-ins of Zealots here for Zest. Oh my god, the Zealots are actually able to catch some reinforcements.
Cure between a rock and a hard place, the rock being 5 Zealots and the hard place being everything else.
And we have a blink on forward. Zest, he gets on top of the army. GG gets called, and Zest will take game number 1.
Very convincingly. Cure was setting up as best he could back at home once he knew that Zest was going to be a little bit aggressive, but I think he really underestimated how committed Zest was to getting that damage done.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he wasn't able to put 2 and 2 together, bearing in mind that he never scouted that proxy until after.
He didn't.
Yeah, until after the push happened. Didn't realize.
It's like he's up against Zest, so he's like, okay, he has the potential to throw something my way. I may as well be a little bit safe here, you know? Don't want to take too many chances, don't want to cut any corners. But I'll be prepared. He was not prepared for the level of aggression that Zest was throwing his way.
Exactly. Zest doing what he does best, and that is just be incredibly aggressive with whatever he has. Ooh, takes game number 1. But, again, just game 1. You know, we got a full best of 5 ahead of us.
That we do. That we do.
As we are getting now into game number 2, we do have our map of choice, and it is going to be Oxide.
Indeed it will. Indeed it will. As we spawn on... I was drinking water. I gotta be honest. I was drinking water.
Oh, good, man. Oh, good.
As we load into Oxide LE, we're in the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way to the top right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out for the land of Korea with that Carl's Jr. smiley star. Just notice that. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. He is the mayor of Six City, Cure.
Carl's Jr., of course, being the title sponsor of DPG.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually. It's pretty cool.
I don't know if there are even Carl's Jr. in China. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
They probably have Hardee's.
Oh god, and spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have his opponent, the Pink Protoss, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. It is Zest.
I had something relevant to tell. Talking about Carl's Jr.
What's up? What's up, Yaku? I've never had Carl's Jr. before. It's not like a popular thing here.
You probably have Hardee's.
No,
wait, you have Hunger Strike. Wait, no.
What do you want? What are you on about?
Because I know it's called something different in many different countries. And speaking of something different, Zest is doing something different.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be throwing down a pylon. He is waiting for that Cybercore to finish up. As you said, it should be a Stargate. He's a madman if he throws down a Robo. Regardless, we have an SCV scout here, and he should be able to count the pylons.
1.
Like how he sees 1, turns back around and goes back in.
Time to scout the perimeter of every base.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, so we'll see if Kira's going to have enough to defend. I mean, what I will say is that even the games where he opens up with Widowmine drops, like, he typically has the Widowmines, like, as the medevac is being built, like, stationary within the mineral lines. Like, he's typically safe like that.
Yeah, he times it pretty well. He knows just in case it's going to be an Oracle set this way, he doesn't want to be caught with his pants down.
Exactly. So we'll see how this turns out here. We have a bit of a 2-1 opening here from Cure.
Interesting. And we do still see it every now and again, particularly in TVZ.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot more of a risk-reward type of playstyle. You really need to be active with your drops. It's a little bit harder to pull off against Protoss than it is against Zerg.
Yeah, this is really risky, what I will say from Cure, right? Because he's giving up on the drop potential early on, which is giving up on the scouting early on, right? Like, there's no Widowmine drop, there's no Banshee opener, there's no Raven opener, or anything like that. I'm glad, though, to see that he is still making a Widowmine, so he will still have that to defend against the Oracle once it comes out.
Just like so, a couple of Marines in position as well. Just a little busy fighting the Marines, but he does have to back out. And this is no longer a 2-on-1. This is a 3 racks with mines.
Yes, it is. It's going to hit hard.
Or
but
Hellions, I guess.
Yeah, the thing is that this was scouted. Zest saw everything with his Oracle. So he is well aware of the aggression coming out from Cure. I would hope that he can prepare for it. I believe we saw something similar from Juanito against Creator.
Stood there for just a second too long. I thought for sure he was like setting up for a stasis ward or something.
He just did nothing, mate. I think he just wanted to end his own life. I don't know what the hell just happened there for Zest, mate. I think he saw the Widowmine and just yeah, Jesus Christ. A really rough start here, especially because the oracles matter. Like, mate, getting those revelations off on the army to see when it moves out, like, Zest needs to figure that out.
Getting revelations off, getting the stasis wards to slow down the bio as they push into your side of the map. And there's so much utility that you can get with the oracles. It is really what's going to keep you alive as a Protoss player. And losing one and having 0 NG on the other, not ideal, to say the least.
Not at all. Meanwhile, my eyes are spazzing out looking at this thing. I'm going to pan away.
My eyes are getting their workout. I needed that.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, we do, of course, have +1 on the way. So Zest committing to his Blink Stalkers. Plenty of gateways being thrown down as well. Interesting decision here. I mean, you can obviously slow down this push as it moves out, but in a head-on engagement at home, I kind of favor Cure a little bit more. I'm surprised that Zest is at home with his Stalkers. He's not being proactive with them across the map.
Yeah, on the one hand, I guess maybe he doesn't want to take his chances while Blink is still on the way. But on the other hand, you know, you can still get away with just placing them on the map.
Yeah, just being very safe and very scared. Is what we're seeing here. We even have cannons in the middle lines for Widowmine drops. Meanwhile, speaking of drops, it's moving out and it does get spotted by the Adepts.
Good old spotter Adepts. Can't get spotter Stalkers, and Adepts may as well be the next best thing.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the Stalkers are finally moving out. They are gonna actually run into this other army here on the right-hand side of the map, just for a chance.
But who is running into whom as Cure is looking to get us around?
Oh god, Blink is about to finish up in 1 second and it just barely finishes.
He is able to blink away and keeps most of his Stalkers alive. At the very least.
At the same time, the Oracle does come back in, but there is a missile turret. It does get a couple of SCVs, but not the most. So this Oracle isn't really going to do too much here. Meanwhile, in comes the main army of Cure. We have 2 shield batteries. We have Stalkers. Is this going to be enough?
It's Symbio. I highly doubt it. That's
Yeah.
dipping his toes in the waters. Try to see if the temperature's fine.
Oh god, the medevacs. Okay.
Medevacs are absolutely key here. Stim is the most valuable upgrade right now for Cure, but if he's able to take out the medevacs, Stim's going to be a double-edged sword.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way Cure is going to be able to sustain his army.
Yeah, Zest was checking to see if there was a massive doom drop into his main base. Was trying to catch the army, was unable to though. Meanwhile, Cure did find the proxy, will be looking to depower it. He's going for the drop.
Yeah, speaking of doom drops.
No, the Stalkers.
Way out of position. That's got to be it. He does recall, trying to get something done here, but everything should go down. There's no way Immortals and Stalkers can fight against this much Marine Marauder medevac.
We got a couple of Zealots being warped in. The Immortals are doing a lot of work. The Widowmines aren't really coming into play at all here. Finally, a shot goes off.
And decent connection from the Widowmines, but yeah, Cure actually forced to back away. I really overestimated the power of the Symbio.
Yeah, you know, Stalkers aren't ideal.
Underestimated the power of the Concave.
Yeah, when you have enough of them, and when you have that Concave, as you were saying, like, they are enough to just barely overwhelm that drop. But Cure isn't done. Like, we still have a pretty massive army here. He's getting his third base up and running. Zest is so much later compared to his opponent, and I'm sure Cure is happy with that, right? Just delaying his opponent's economy.
Yeah, as he continues to saturate his own third base, mules behind him as well. One thing going Zest's way, though, is that tech-wise, he hasn't been delayed for too long. Colossus will be out along with Thermal Ants.
Yeah, they're on the way, and there isn't a big push coming. There's a big drop. I say big, that was an understatement. This is a doom drop, mate. Oh my god, 5 medevacs.
Literally everything, and will Zest be able to get the Concave up again? Thankfully, he does have a couple of spotter Stalkers chipping away at the medevacs. Will buy himself a little bit of time as the army splits itself up.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of probes are going down. Meanwhile, here comes the main army of Zest. Now, can he stop this army, this drop from escaping? He's going to try and focus down the medevacs. He gets one.
One that was completely full of units. Cure really backed into a corner there. Zest trading very efficiently, but still losing quite a bit of infrastructure, quite a number of probes. And let's not forget, these are losses that Cure can't sustain for the time being.
Yeah, and Zest cannot, right? He's still far behind in the workers. Meanwhile, another massive Doom drop. 5 more medevacs are coming in across the map. Oh boy, but this time Zest...
move away!
Yeah, move away, but he's kind of in position. At least he's still here in the main base.
That he will be picking off a couple of isolated units. Thermalets, they finish up. The Colossus is so exposed! Get back away, Zest, you need back away! Block yourself!
Oh my god, the Colossus still survived. When do my shots go off? He gets another 7 SCVs, but again, the army is falling for Cure.
It really is, and what's the trait looking like? It's Marine Marauder for Stalkers. None of the high-tech units for Zest have been taken out, not even the Immortals. But what about this main army?
Yeah, it's one of those things, you mentioned it after the first push, where Cure is making these trades, and sure, like, he's sustaining losses, but because of his economy, he can just rebuild it. And Zest, he's struggling to rebuild it. Like, his army is getting smaller and smaller after each engagement, and the drops just keep coming.
And they don't stop coming.
Don't stop coming, and it is. We're not on 2,000 atmospheres, Yaku.
Yeah. Unfortunately not. Battery overcharge is being popped, and it will keep some units alive. Ooh, very nice split from the side of Zest, and once again, the drop is being cleared out. There's no follow-up here. Is Zest going to be able to claw his way back?
I mean, especially after this one, this drop almost did nothing. Like, 6 probes went down, but Zest traded far better this time. We have another army moving out across the map here, but Cure has to be careful because he's throwing away a lot of these drops, and I feel like Zest, he's in a decent position as long as the Colossus, no!
Colossus so exposed! Come on, Marauders! Able to take out one of them, should be able to take out another, not quite.
Oh
Bring
my
up some
god.
reinforcements for the back.
Yeah.
Oh, they pathing.
Oh my
Only
god.
one remains.
2 Colossus get picked off for free. That is huge. Look at the army supply disparity here. Zest, he's still sending it across the map. And to be fair, he could still make something happen. Meanwhile, Cure going for another drop across the map. We could end up in a weird base trade scenario. Oh my god, that Colossus is so low.
So it is putting in some work. The drop is getting a little bit done here.
Oh no, oh no.
Side of the map. He is forced to recall. I believe that was a kill on that orbital command, and we may be getting a bit more of a normal game, but ah man. Zest took so long to find himself back on even footing, and then once he was there, he threw it away again.
Jeez. he really did. He really did, but getting a kill on that third, as you said, like that's huge, honestly. Like, there's no backup third base right now. Cure is stuck on 2 bases. Like, his economy is in shambles. He has to make this push work. He's all in, essentially.
But as far as all ins go, this ain't bad.
The problem is
they this much army
made their DTs, and he's only got 2 CCs.
Oh, that's true. Doesn't have too many scans.
Oh.
Even morphing them into Archons will keep the bio at bay for now. Zest trading as efficiently as possible, but how long can that last?
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting to see some more DTs warped in. Meanwhile, Zest, he holds on. He's able to defend against the brunt of Cure's army. He's trying to reinforce even more across the map. Oh my god, he's desperate, mate. He's lifting up his main.
That is a sign. We know things are starting to go downhill for the Terran player.
That it is.
But as much as it is starting to go downhill, not quite at the velocity as Zest's economy, I feel.
I do wish that Zest was using those DTs a little bit more proactively. I would love him to just send 1 or 2 out at a time. Like, scans are just they're just so few in number here for Cure.
They absolutely are. A couple of missile turrets are starting to be produced, but is that really going to be enough?
That is the question. Meanwhile, as the game progresses, like, Zest's army is getting larger and larger. Ooh, another Widowmine drop there.
Decent number of probes getting picked off. How many probes in total went down this game? 36.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Oh god, that Colossus. Yeah, that Colossus barely surviving. The Vikings were not able to get it low enough, and I don't know if this is the best fight here for Cure.
It definitely wasn't, but in the meantime, he gets a bunch more probes by the natural base.
Yeah, that he does. That Colossus, oh my god, once again was almost picked off.
But now a fresh one comes into the mix.
Yeah, like this is so scrappy right now. This is so close. Oh god. Like Zest, he keeps losing probes, so like his economy is never where it really needs to be. Meanwhile, because of that means that this 2-base play from Cure, like it's still keeping up with Zest.
It really is. And yeah, it's definitely a scenario where I don't know, it shouldn't be as close as it is. Cure had the lead for the longest time in this game, but just hasn't really been able to edge it out.
Oh god, oh god. Meanwhile, we just see the micro is on point here for Zest. We do have overcharge being used as well, and god. Cure is trying to force his way in, but he can't.
He really wants to, but he can't. Causes him quite a bit of trouble. Trying to fight up this ramp, not ideal at all.
Yeah.
For Cure, it's mostly Marauders left though against the Stalker Immortal army, and that's not doing too well. The Vikings have finally been taken out. The army supply is starting to even out, and Cure's losing SCVs to DTs.
Yeah, that he is. The DTs did get across the map. 10 SCVs went down. On top of that, this main army from Cure isn't looking as impressive as it once was. Zest, he has been able to fight back. He is now back in this game. Arguably has the better, well, he has the better economy. He is getting the better army. Cure at this stage, he can't really take head-on engagements. He has to try and go for those drops again, but Zest has eyes on everything.
I really can't believe what I'm watching right now, Light.
Oh god, mate. There's a reason why.
Like
Go ahead.
It kind of feels like Cure has been making all the right moves, but in the wrong sequence.
in a way. Oh god, he's lifting up his natural to take another base. Like, oh my god, Cure, he's doing whatever he can to get into this, right? But like, it's just not gonna be enough. He can't defend his base and attack at the same time. He's gonna try though. Oof.
He just doesn't have the supply to spare. Meanwhile, Zest, he's dealt with all he's need to deal with, really. It's free to harass across the map, really crippled the production of Cure. Which is saying something, because his economy was already in shambles.
It really was. And now Cure, there we go. He's looking to try and drop into the main base. At the same time, maybe try and hit the third.
Drop.
Yeah, maybe there's a world where this Colossus is exposed and it goes down for free, but I don't think that's this world, mate.
Yeah, not with the Immortals in position. Nor the Stalkers.
Yeah, at the same time, Cure was trying to hit the third base at the same time, and he does get the Colossus here. Meanwhile, in the main, though, his army does get cleaned up.
Already, that was a pretty decent trade for Cure. Definitely a lot more efficient than the previous engagements, but
True.
Where does he go from here? Is this already remakes that army?
He does. The DTs are coming in as well. Meanwhile, I mean, Cure was able to defend at home, and like, again, his macro has just been insane. Like, all things considered, let's be real here. God, but it's all gonna come down to this one final engagement. Finally, Zest is pushing out across the map with his entire army.
Sorry for a sec that it caught another Colossus out of position, but nope, it was just a medevac beam.
Yeah. That it was. Meanwhile, DTs do come in, forces another scan. Now there's only one CC available left for Cure. Force fields are being thrown down, and I think this is just all she wrote. Just look at how much Protoss there is.
Mate, Cure cannot be happy about how this game panned out.
Especially after like getting 2 Colossus for free there, and
yeah, even if he wins, he's still got to be kicking himself. Like, oh man, should have been this difficult to win.
Yeah, what I will say is that Zest has to be careful. He sends all his zealots up into the main base, exposing his Colossus. So some questionable moves, but I mean, with good enough micro, like, he shouldn't really lose it. Oh.
The micro, like so, it is mostly Marines. The Zealots are finally coming in to act as a bit of a buffer. Cure, everything is going down. I don't believe it, like. GG, Zest is on match point.
GG's.
Clawing his way out of the grave.
In a way, like for the past, God, how long was that game? 19 minutes. For the past like 9 minutes, it was looking up Zest's way there. Like Cure was really struggling. Like the first couple of drops were solid, but then Zest was defending better and better each time, right? Like when those massive doom drops were hitting him. Oof.
Yeah, very questionable, those doom drops, I gotta say. And yeah, at the very least, I thought for sure Cure would be able to get a knock-on effect, right? His economy was booming at that point. He had so much production on his hands. He could afford to lose the drops when he lost them, but in a smaller scale.
Yeah.
If he, instead of going for those doom drops, if he went for multi-prong attacks instead, Zest would not have had enough army supply to split up and defend at two positions at once.
Yeah.
That probably would have worked out better, but it was what it is in the end, and now Zest is just one map away.
Yeah, everything changed when Zest moved out across the map and killed the third, and Cure never had a third since. it just didn't happen.
Everything changed when the Protoss attacked.
It really did.
I don't even know no more, Dylan. I do have no clue. As we continue our series here on Lightshade LE, we're in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. He is kicking himself right now. Cure.
I love how all the other casters are of the same mindset. We're all synced up, mate. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade ALE, we have the pink Protoss player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Already up 2-0, one map away from winning the entire tournament. It is Zest.
Chat is just catching up. Wasn't Cure heavily in the lead?
He was.
He was, Turbo Quacker. He was.
Then he wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's all because of Cure. Oh, God.
Shaking my head.
One of those things where he was just like smashing his head against the wall, hoping that it would break. And it was looking like it was going to break, but it didn't.
Yeah.
He broke, mate.
Oh boy.
Mate, I am going to go straight to bed after this.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Oh my God.
Green Lord, yeah, some opinions.
Send it to Carolyn, mate. Oh God. What I will say is that again, a lot of that was on Cure. Like Zest was playing that out great, other than losing
he
his.
He played it out as well as he could have.
Yeah. Other than losing his Colossus, like that was probably like the biggest mistake that he made. But other than that, like he was defending well with what he had.
Yep, making the most out of what little he had left. And the most, it was massive.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show, like, again, give this game to Zest, and he's good enough to somehow, win, right? There's a reason why he's one of the best Protoss players in the world, in Korea. Oh boy, and now he just needs uno más, un momento.
He's been the most consistent, throughout 2021.
Definitely.
Well, him and Trap.
Yep. They do go hand in hand. And yeah, we'll see if Cure can put a stop to that. Hopefully Cure's mental state is okay after that game as well. Like I know that can be really taxing on a player.
I mean, all of us casters have already shot in the brain department.
It's true.
I can't imagine what it's like to be the player who lost that game, mentality-wise.
My brain is already gone, mate. It's it's done. Oh God. But yeah, Cure, props to Cure. He's here. He's got his build. His opener is solid. He's going for the drops once again. Oh boy, it's gonna work out for him this time.
Finds an opening to scout. Yeah. Even gets a probe, can go into the main if he wanted to, but he prioritizes the damage, and he doesn't need to go into the main yet. He's got that Widowmine drop on the way. He'll be able to see Zest tech.
Exactly. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Zest once again going for that Twilight Council opening. He just isn't really one to go into that Stargate play. Creator tried it again. It didn't really work out for him. I guess Zest, his go-to is to go into these Blink Stalkers. And what's important is that, mate, we got 4 gates and we got a Warp Prism.
That we do. Blink just now finishing up. Best case scenario for Cure, he's just not... The army is just not around by the time he hits.
Yeah, I'm really worried for Cure right now. The drop is coming in, and there isn't really much here to defend. Are we gonna see a reaction? And we do. Oh.
A quick pull. But the Stalkers are doing a fairly good job of preventing too much scatter from going on. Doesn't even reveal that he has Blink yet. Cure has not seen the amount of gates out.
He has not, and that is what is terrifying right now. Meanwhile, we have a bunker in the natural. We do not have a bunker in the main. We don't have a tank. The oh my god, a reactor's on the way. Oh my god, mate, there's Marines here, and that's it.
I know. Thankfully, Marines can be enough if they start chipping away at the Warp Prism early on. It's very well positioned from Cure so far, but again, it's like how long till he moves down? There we go.
Exactly, like Zest, he's looking to blink into the main base. Again, Stim isn't done, Combat Shields isn't done, nothing is done here. Oh my god, it's just fire.
Was in a lot of trouble, but will be able to survive. It is just vanilla bio out right now. SCV's doing as much as they can, providing a very good buffer. Marines get a really good concave, and it will be able to chase this away for now, but Zest not losing too much either. Takes out a bunch of bio and 6 SCVs.
Yeah, that he does, and he's continuing to warp in across the map again. Zest being incredibly aggressive. The bunker was left exposed. There was nothing here, and now he rotates over towards the natural.
Yeah, doing as much as he can before Stim can finish up, picking off as many SCVs as possible, especially in the retreat here. He's pushing Cure to a corner where he can no longer kite.
Yeah, exactly. Cure, he's up against the wall right now. Again, 18 SCVs are full, and to be fair, he had to pull the boys. Otherwise, the Marines would all be dead, and the game would be over. But now, oh god, he's down in terms of the economy, and the Stalkers, they're coming back in.
Again, just some very heavy 2000 atmosphere vibes. Oh, whatever our first map was with the Blink Stalkers. Cure, he wanted to be aggressive, now he has to be all in.
Yeah, exactly. And Zest, his micro's been so on point. He's barely lost any Stalkers, by the way. It's insane what he's been able to accomplish. But Stim is done. +1 is done. Combat Shields is about to finish up as well. These Marines, this bio army is going to be decent, but it's not anywhere near as large as Cure wanted it to be.
Yeah, once you get Sim out, that's when the tables really start to turn in the TVP dynamic. But as you were saying, you know, he just doesn't have the supply he wanted to at this point. He doesn't have tanks or Widow Mines. He only has bio and medevacs, and not too much of either at that.
Yeah, exactly. He's still stuck at home, especially because of this Warp Prism as well. Oh, I love the cheeky Widow Mines. He wants to try and catch the Warp Prism. Oh.
Didn't even need him to get it. Pure Marines and stutter stepping. Finally, Cure can breathe a sigh of relief as he goes for the counterattack.
Oh, exactly. The Stalkers, they try to slow him down. They do force another Stim, and Zest should be able to just barely escape with these Stalkers. But what does he have at home? Yo, Zest, he's got a Colossus, he's got an Immortal. Okay, he does have some sentries for those force fields.
Yeah, being able to cut the army in half is super valuable right now.
We got the Immortal!
As a product player, especially when charges are quite done yet. Pretty good force fields. We're not quite good enough.
Yeah, exactly. All the cells are going down. As you said, charge just wasn't done. The Colossus is falling, and this counterattack from Cure, mate, he could just be able to do it.
He's doing so much right now. Charge still incomplete. GG is called, and Cure is fighting back. You love to see it.
Oh, exactly. Zest, he was looking to end the game with that 4-gate Blink Stalkers. But Cure, he knew that he could afford to lose workers. He knew that he could afford to lose SCVs because he just had to buy time for those upgrades. Oh. Wow.
Such a strong timing. It's one of those awkward scenarios where this is one of the few games where Zest probably shouldn't have gotten that third base as quickly as he did.
Yeah. You're not wrong there, not wrong there. As we are getting ready for game number 4, what I will say is that, at least Cure is fighting back in this series. It's not going to be one-sided by any means. We do actually have a series, right?
Indeed we do. Again, these two very reputable players in ESL Open Cup Asia, at least in the current season of ESL Pro Tour. They have won more than anyone else so far in the season. And actually overall, a bit of a fun fact. Cure in overall ESL Open Cup Asia Championships is just one gold medal away from tying up Zest's record. So, see if that comes to fruition or if his opponent will maintain the lead as we continue our series here on Romanticide LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea and also the mayor of Six City. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG, he is Cure.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. He is pink, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Currently up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. He just needs un momento, por favor, to be our champion. It is Zest.
Un de la mapa.
Dos de la mapa.
Un de la mapa Victoria.
There you go.
Un map win.
I'm glad Ducklings is not. I was not alive to see this.
Das ist genug. Das ist genug.
Oh god. Meanwhile, Zest is being very cheeky with this probe. Oh boy.
Yeah. All the games he's won were games that he proxied. Now, he didn't necessarily win off the back of those proxies, but interesting note, regardless.
Yeah, and mate, are we gonna see something crazy here?
Nah.
Okay, gateway.
Just gateway for now, as the Dark Shrine builds at home. Well, he needs the Twilight Council first, but...
Meanwhile, the SCV scouted. He confirms that, hey, there's a pylon missing here. I'm gonna move out across the map. I'm gonna try and find it. Ooh, the probe just hide itself from the SCV.
Let's just get proxy squared here, why don't we?
Let's go. I mean, this Reaper is looking for the proxy, and it looks like he should be able to find it. Yeah, there we go.
Just like so. Doesn't react to it just yet because he realizes, what is a single Reaper gonna do? Might as well just build up back home.
As it's going across the map, the Reaper Cliff is being covered by Zest SimCity as well as this Adept. So he's not going to be able to do too much here as he dips in, dips out.
Can't explain that.
Can explain that. And we are going to be having Adepts here for Zest. He is going to be able to deny and delay a lot of mining here at the natural.
Yeah, surprising amount of it, despite the proxy being discovered. Still working out for him decently well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Cure couldn't really do anything to stop it. So he has a couple of Marines, but again, if he leaves the safety of his bunker, then they'll just straight up die to the Adepts.
So for now, this is just content with containing his opponent for as long as possible. He's continuing to warp in. More and more Adepts, actually. He's committed to this.
Oh, yeah, mate. He wants to go. He's going to be able to take down all these SCVs. He commits to the shade.
Just like so. Hasn't lost an Adept yet. But tanks are going to be... Tanks are definitely going to have something to say about that. Tried to shade on top of the tank, but just in time, Kyo was able to lift those depots.
Yeah, exactly. Now the aggression has ended. Zest should be escaping, and oh, he will not. Oh, I think he just barely loses one Adept. Yeah.
Adept almost made it out of there. So what's the follow-up going to be here for Zest? Because Cure, he's just doing, you know, tearing things. He's working on his stim, waiting for that +1 eventually, going for 2-on-1 for now. Yep,
Yeah, that he is. I mean, no massive timing like we saw in the previous game, right? We're not going to see, you know, Stim with Combat Shield, Concussive Shell, and +1. So Cure a little bit more chill at the moment. And Zest, because of that, is able to take a third.
Yeah, he did have the map control. Well, at least he's certain that Cure's not looking to fight for map control, so... Being safe enough to go for that. Gives up the proxy, finally. Something you kind of have to come to terms with as a Protoss player.
Yeah, the proxy will be given up. Zest is going to go for a bit of a scout. He's going to see the production, you know, nothing crazy going on. Ooh, we do have an armory behind this. What a interesting delayed Widowmine drop.
Huh. And this is before an eBay? No, there's already a eBay out, but still.
Yeah.
This is before +1.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's most of a Widowmine drop.
Yeah, exactly. Very odd timing. It was scattered, so Zest is aware, and there we go. Cannons get thrown down in the middle line, and like these Widowmines shouldn't deal too much at all.
Yeah, that's what happens when you delay to drop this long. Your opponent gets detection.
Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of it being scattered is higher, right, as the game progresses. So I want to commend Cure a little bit with the wonky timing of it. I'm sure it's meant to like catch your opponent off guard, but Zest, he was on top of his scouting.
Just like so.
Yeah, exactly. The drop is going to be coming in. He's going to try and do what he can. We just see a scan. Nothing too crazy from Zest, right? Again, just kind of blink. I say blink. Yeah, sorry. Blink is completed, getting to charge as well. Oh.
Decent position, if not for that cannon. Gets one probe, but not a whole lot of scouting information. To be fair, there's not much to scout regardless. Zest just committing once again to Gateway Robo.
Yeah, and I really want to see what's going to come out from that robo. We have seen Colossus play from Zest. Are we going to see some crazy Disruptor play instead? Probably not, but you know, it's possible.
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't really seen Disruptor games from Zest lately, have we?
Yeah.
For good reason.
Meanwhile, the hallucination gets into the main base once again. He confirms the timing on the third base, confirms the additional racks is being thrown down. And he needs some kind of splash damage, and there it is. There is the robotic spade.
Yeah, good old reliable with the Colossus, or good old kaboom with the Disruptors. I thought Zest was going to be a little bit more defensive here, as, you know, Protosses want to do on Romanticide, but still being as active as possible with his entire army. Wants to slow down the push of Cure for as long as possible.
Yeah, find a way in if he can, otherwise just contain his opponent to his 3 bases. Like, breaking into this is going to be difficult because of the tank positioning and the high ground. Meanwhile, Cure even wants to meet the army.
Simply got enough with his stim. Are some very well-placed force fields. Will put a stop to that. Finally, the proxy goes.
Yeah. Does get cleaned up in the end. Cure regains that map control. Ooh, does he see the observer? Oh, no, he does not.
Not quite, yeah. But the observer sees him.
It does. And like, because of that, Zest is aware of the positioning of the army. I'm getting flashback. I'm getting Oxide flashbacks made. Are we gonna see some drops?
I kind of hope not. At least not the same style that Cure did those drops.
Meanwhile, I'm honestly surprised. Like, Zest sees the reinforcements. He sees all of this. He should know the army is here, and he doesn't. Okay, there we go. He responds. I was like, the army was just chilling at the 4th. Yep. I'm like, sure about that, buddy?
But still, this response can leave a bit to be desired. It's really starting to push back, but goes to the low ground, far from the safety of his shield batteries.
Yeah, exactly. But he does force Cure back. Cure was unable to really get that drop off or any kind of push off. And now Zest, his 3rd is fully saturated, up and running, and his 4th is on the way. But we're on the romantic side. It does tend to lean towards longer games, and because of that, both players have just been posturing and slowly macroing up.
Yeah, no big moves just yet. Both working on the next phase of tech for Cure. Let's go. Sets the tent. Shockwaves. He wants to blanket the army in EMP, so he has a much easier time fighting them. Zest, though, that's Warp Prism speed.
That's War Prison speed. That is Dark Stride as well, as the Dark Shrine has finished up for Zest. DTs, oh god, they can be so annoying, and they do show up, but there's detection. Mistars are already in position.
They are. Ooh, and a scan too, just to be double safe.
It does want to take down that DT, and yeah, man, we're just kind of chilling. We're waiting for the players to macro up. We have more bases being thrown down, more missile darts being thrown down as well. Cure just slowly expanding, encroaching upon the map,
which gives us a whole lot more time to expand as greedily as he wants. Fifth base on the way.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. And as we're getting to this stage of the game, this is where I would honestly kind of like Disruptors or Storm or something other than Colossus. Like, you know, we talk about it all the time. We want to see our Protoss players diversify their AoE so there's no like one hard counter to what they have.
Yeah, but that's not quite there just yet. To be fair to Zest, I guess what Cure has right now, a counter to other forms of AoE, so he can definitely get away with only utilizing Colossus for now, but for how long?
Exactly. We already have some Vikings. We could be seeing more on the way. Ooh, we have a fusion core being thrown down, most likely for Liberator range, as we do have a commitment into Libs.
You watch a creative special game and it was like, ugh.
I forgot about that.
Probably.
Now I realize why my brain is killing me. It's because of the day of StarCraft that we've had.
Listen.
He went BC against Protoss, mate.
He threw away his entire ground army to focus on an air army.
He went special, went BC mech.
Let that sink in for a
against
sec.
Protoss. Oh god, my brain is hurting.
Both players are maxing out.
Yeah, they are. They're both chilling. There we go. There's the transition that I was waiting for. Stargates are on the way, so Zest can get into that Sky Toss. It's gonna take a while though. He has to wait for that, as well as the Fleet Beacon,
as well as the supply.
True. Hopefully he doesn't pull a special and just throw away his entire army.
Fingers crossed, right?
We love you, special. Oh my god.
Disruptors being made, finally.
Yeah, again, as you said, like, High Templar are not the play right now, just because of the sheer amount of ghosts that are on the map, but Disruptors, they're gonna have a much easier time.
At the very least, they'll be able to throw the army away.
Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, nice snipes there. 2 medevacs immediately get picked off. Again, Zest, he's looking for these engagements. He's looking for these trades because he wants to clear up supply for those carriers. I assume they're going to be carriers.
Just ate buying it. Yeah, carriers, Tempest, whichever really floats the boat. I feel like carriers would be more effective. There's detection here somewhere. EMPs will confirm that too. But that's a lot of net bio.
Oh god, that it is. Meanwhile, the Northern Force is pushing on in. We had a decent EMP. We have 1 Liberator as well to hold the line. Oh, scratch that. That's a lot of libs.
It really is. You want to transition now, Zest. If you're gonna.
Did Zest just warp in more like gateway units? Is that what just happened?
He did, yeah. He did not produce out of Stargate.
I saw him like jump like 30 supply, and it's like, all right, what do we having?
Remake that, yeah.
Yeah.
As he gets a Fleet Beacon and another Stargate.
Yeah. I mean, the Fleet Beacon was a little bit delayed. Maybe he doesn't want to make any Stargate units until it's done, right, to get into these carriers. Oh my god. Meanwhile, he's going to be able to get a couple of these Liberators, but oh my god, he loses a lot of Stalkers.
Expendable. As he decides to get Clarius. So just waiting for that Warp Prison to finish up. That's a lot of dead supply. Take it out from the Warp Prison. I know words.
Yeah. Nicely done there by Cure, able to cash that, able to take out all those DTs. Meanwhile, we have 8 more DTs being morphed in to harass across the map. These DTs so far, they still haven't paid for themselves. I mean, Zest, he got a kill, I believe, on the planetary earlier. That's great and all, but the DTs, they just haven't really found any damage.
They have not a bit of a flank of Ghost. Try to EMP as much as they can. They get too much. That's a lot of DTs.
It is. They need to find something. There's detection here, so maybe they can focus down the missile turret or just right click the CC. Oh.
Or they could go for the tank and the bunker and get themselves killed.
Oh, they got a tank. Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, 3 Stalkers go down for a Liberator again, trading what he can. Zest now has cleared up a lot of supply. God, make something from these Stargates, please. We're waiting, Zest.
Maxed out. Zest, you gotta make a decision, buddy.
No, he needs another Stargate, clearly.
Yeah. Got plenty of minerals and gas.
Yeah, what is he? What is he waiting for? That's what I'm curious about. Maybe he wants to like fire all cylinders at once, but like because he waited so long, like Cure has a pretty big window here where he can push out.
That there is, but I'm not sure if he realizes it yet.
Yeah, he's going for a small skirmish here towards the south. Meanwhile, what I'm worried about is that Viking count is pretty goddamn high. Like, he's got 12 Vikings already. In comes the drop. He did the EMP. Sorry, he did EMP the Nexus. God.
So no recall could be utilized. The drop will get cleaned up, but not before 10 SUVs get taken out.
Yeah, it's
playing from position behind again.
Oh god, meanwhile these DTs are going to be able to clean up this army. Oh, Cure does land some EMP, so he does trade relatively well against this, but it's not quite enough. And I'm really concerned because what just happened was Cure losing 9 ghosts. Like, that force to the south, there were a lot of ghosts there. I was so surprised that he committed to that run by. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I guess Cure might also be looking to clear up supply, but then again, he's just remaking his Marine Marauder ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's clearing them up for more Liberators. Like, he's got a lot of libs.
He does.
He's got 14. 14 libs, mate.
That's a little excessive. How do you position 14 libs? Stack them on top of each other?
Yeah, I mean, like... Again, Cure, he has a great army, but like, what is Zest waiting for? Like, look at it, look at his supply. He's got 6 more gateways on the way. Where's this?
Why? Why did he get the Stargate?
I don't think he knows what. Like he sees the Vikings, so I think he's afraid to go into carriers. It makes sense. True. But even if that's the case, what do you go into? I don't think he knows.
Archons, clearly.
He's like stunned. He's shook. He's like, what do I do? More carriers, I guess.
Finally. Nope, cancels them. Finally.
Did he cancel them and then remake them? Is that what just happened?
Yep.
What is happening right now?
I have no clue anymore.
Like, again, it's not like Zest, it's not like he's slipping with his macro. I do think that it's a decision-making thing. I do think that he just doesn't know what to make. Or he was unsure, I should say, of what to make.
I don't think any of us are, to be fair to him.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you have this many Vikings and Liberators, it's like...
maybe Archons, but Archons are good against the Vikings, not so much against the Libs.
Now that I think about it, I kind of want Void Rays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's that many Vikings out? Well, yeah, if they go toe-to-toe, if there are equal numbers of Vikings and Void Rays, we'll go the way of the Void Rays, but I'm not entirely convinced.
Yeah, like I would kind of dig Void Rays more than carriers in this situation, not gonna lie. Meanwhile, Zest, he's moving out across the map with his army. Oh god, he just keeps running into Liberators and he just can't push in.
He's definitely gonna try. He spent his bank. So we're gonna deny the freshest base of Cure.
Oh my god, the Colossus just melts!
Like so. Plenty underground that aren't Colossus, but the Colossus is definitely the backbone of the army. There's a nuke going somewhere!
Oh my god, there's a nuke towards the south. Does Zest realize, does he know his army is pushing in? Oh god, into the liberation zones!
And the nuke will land. 17 probes get taken out. Massive victory so far for Cure.
Oh my god.
But Zest still has his bank to work with, so keep that in mind.
He does, and it looks like he's decided to just go Mass Blink Stalker. Sure, okay.
Why not?
I guess it's a response. You know, they're pretty mobile, and he's trying to be as active as he can across the map, you know, trying to deny all these bases. But as a result, like, he did lose one earlier.
Yeah, it's a response. Are we sure it's the best response? Mothership comes out, puts a cloak on everything.
I just realized...
Make it a little bit easier for Zest.
Yeah, I just realized Zest never made those carriers, by the way. He did cancel them in the end.
What?
They were never made. They weren't killed either. I checked the units lost. They're just not here. Oh my god.
Oh, so Split Stalker.
Got it.
All you need, 6 more drones at least. Probes will go down, 8 of them. And that bank is starting to really dwindle for Zest.
Yeah, it really is. We have more nukes throwing down. We do have a mothership, at least for Zest. Oh, please don't lose it. Oh no!
Minus 400 in my time.
No!
A bit too late.
Yeah, and another nuke is gonna land. This time, Zest will be able to deal with the ghost before it lands. But I like personally, I'm not digging the Mass Stalker against this. Like, we'll see.
There's quite a diminishing returns.
There is.
If you can get some really juicy purification overs to the ground army, then it's gonna be pretty much uncontested there. So you just focus on what's going on in the sky. But for now, it's about survival. And Zest is surviving, but how well? Here comes that recall though!
I love the move. We have the mothership trying to sneak into the main base. Has to be careful. There are a lot of missile turrets here. Oh god, can he make it through though? Can he get on top of the production? He's getting ready for the recall. He's ready.
There it is. All the turrets are not going to be enough. Terran does not have a recall on them. No easy way for Cure to deal with this army, so he's just going straight base trade mode.
Yeah, that he is. Meanwhile, all the Liberators and Vikings are coming back home to defend. The mothership will go down. And now the question becomes, can Zest deal with these Liberators?
I highly doubt it. Look at how many liberation zones there are. With Liberate, it really doesn't take much to leapfrog around. Ghosts are doing so much. I think Cure's going to take it to the ace match.
Yeah, like the entire game, I was like, yo, Zest, how do you deal with the Liberators? And he's like, yo, how do I deal with the Liberators? He doesn't know.
Ask me again next month.
Meanwhile, all the soldiers go clean up. Look at the soup, mate. At the same time, that drop actually didn't really get much economic damage, but like there's just the army count was reset, and Zest, he has no bank. He's got no gas.
An absolutely massive blunder was that recall coming out from Zest. If he dealt with the Liberators right from the start as Cure started position, I think that would have been different. But then again, might have been something off of SimCity or the body blocking that prevented him from doing so. Yeah,
this game was just an odd game. It was just an odd game, mate. It's just
like an ender game.
Yeah. You know, they do call him End of the Odd for a reason.
Nah.
So stupid. Alright, here we go. This is the final stand. GG gets called, and Cure takes it to the ace match.
That's the standing up. He's like, I'm gonna surround the libs. Haha, just kidding.
Oh god, I really think that Zest was just looking at what Cure had, and he just didn't know what the best response was. It's just deer in the headlights, mate.
I really think that I'm a Gemini now. I want to send this to our sub from Rank Roulette. But yeah, Cure is definitely redeeming himself a lot. It was a very questionable game number 3. I think it was no, game number 2 that we all saw. Everyone thought that Zest was gonna get that full sweep, but now we're going all the way to the ace match. This is gonna be our final map, and what better map to conclude things on, Light, than Beckett Industries? Technically, it's not a TVZ.
I'm not. My brain isn't ready for this. It was never ready for this series.
Nor mine. We started off strong. We were like, yeah, we're coming back for ESL Open Cup Asia. Raza Nazin, everything. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to the finals, and we used up all of our brain power. We forgot how to ration it out. We forgot how to ration out the brain power.
Did we run out of brain power, or did that happen to the players as well? That's what I want to know. Like,
I think the players stole our brain power is what it was. That's why we always need to ration a little bit, so that we have a little bit for them to take.
Uh-huh.
But regardless, we're going to conclude our finals here on Beckett Industries LE, the business incubator, cultivating ideas and people and other stuff as well.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. It all comes down to this. In the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Terran player. He was looking to redeem himself since the start of the tournament, and especially as this finals went on. Can he tie himself up with his teammate when it comes to overall ESL Open Cup Asia Championships? We'll see. He is representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. Cure.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Beckett Industries LE, we have South Korean Protoss. He is pink, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. There was a time when he was up 2-0, but now this is it. This is the ace match. This is where it all comes down to the wire. It is Zest.
And we're having our ace match on Beckett.
I'm happy.
Maps.
Because we're not gonna have a long 20-minute, 30-minute game like we just had on Romanda's side, all right? We're not gonna
complete whiplash,
Yeah.
Going from Romanda's side immediately to Beckett.
It's my brain. It's like I had like a I just had some Panadol, mate. I just my brain feels safe and secure right now. It's like, oh, thank God, we're away from Romanticide. I don't want to see Mass Liberator Viking against Zest because it just leads to nonsense, mate.
I want to imagine that right now Pilsky is taking a nap or something.
Mm-hmm.
Once we saw what we're getting our ace match from. Right after Romanticide, he's just smiling in sleep and he doesn't know why.
Either he's smiling or he's having a nightmare. It's oh God.
Speaking of nightmares, Zest is looking to make one for Cure.
Yo, mate. Okay, bear with me.
This looks fairly normal.
We only have one gateway. Twilight Council is about to finish up, mate. Are we gonna see a proxy Dark Shrine, mate?
It's gotta be.
Mate,
it's gotta be. They realize how useful they were in the last game.
Oh my God!
Come on, let's go.
It's such a bold position. It's such a bold position. It's right outside the base.
Love to see it.
Meanwhile, the Adepts are here. They do get intercepted by the Marines, but you know what? They trade fairly well against Marines, so it is okay. Meanwhile, Dark Shrine is on the way here for Zest. This is gonna work, mate.
Throw down the gateway. Throw down the gateway just to make it even quicker. There it is. Cure doesn't suspect a thing. His Hellions moving out. He sees the Adept.
He does.
See anything else?
Yeah, the Adept isn't a tell, right? The Hellion will get across the map though, and if he sees that Twilight Council, then he's going to know. That's why we have a recall. Oh, he's trying to get in.
Yeah, trying to intercept the Hellion. Will completely prevent this. Cure is completely blind. Has no clue what Zest is doing across the map. He's going to play this out very safe, though, because of that. And hopefully that's going to be enough for him.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Shrine and the Gateway still have a little bit to go before they finish up. We do, of course, have 2 orbitals. It's all about whether or not there's enough energy for a scan, and how many as well, because Zest should be trickling in those DTs one at a time.
Slowly but surely, yeah. He does want to split them up as much as possible, so he doesn't get caught out with just a single scan. eBay is on the way, but it will still take quite some time before any missile turrets get up and running. Can he prevent it? Can he prevent it?
He gets in.
Revealing his hand a little. He does get in. There's only scans for detection right now, trying to get a Raven out. Oh, really good body block in the natural base, but that was the only scan available to cure. As another DT gets in.
Yeah, 10 ACVs already going down. That's a lot of damage. The bunker is being focused down as well. And next are going to be the Marines within. These DTs already paying for themselves, mate.
DT was just breathing down that Marine's neck. I actually got worried for a second. Panic flashed behind me. It was just like a horror movie.
But Cure is able to eventually get up and running here at the natural. We have a missile turret that is thrown down, so he will defend on his 2 bases. But a bit of a rocky start for him,
to say the least. Now, not something that Cure isn't going to be able to recover from. Sees the proxy now, and he's got to be kicking himself like mad hellion around that area, man.
Apparently, if only it was a little bit more towards the left. Meanwhile, he also avoided the buildings so that this drop will be undetected as it does go across the map. There's nothing here in Le Main. The army's at the natural instead. Oh, is he going to react?
Oh, very quick warp in. Here comes some. Oh no!
Oh god!
Zest!
Oh god!
Super ballsy. Thankfully, he was able to pull away just in time, but my god.
Oh my god! Zest, please! Oh god!
That's very ballsy. Didn't even need Blink to take out that medevac.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Cure thought this was romanticide. Unfortunately, there is no dead space here behind the main base, so the medevac could not escape.
Yeah, it could not, and neither will the main. Well, we'll see who hits quicker or harder. Because again, back in Industries, you expect action to be happening every single time. One player pushes in, they get defended, the other player counterattacks, defended. It's just a constant tug of war.
Exactly. And now the Stalkers are out here for Zest. The army is not going to go through the middle of the map. Instead, he's going to deal with this proxy. That does signify Zest, hey, your army, it's over there. I can go into the natural.
Yeah, it can really mess up your wall right now. It can really screw with your production and your supply. But I'm not going to take too many chances. I know you have Stim, and the last thing I want is to be caught right in a concave of Stim bio.
Exactly, he doesn't want to be there. He does back off. He just has to wait a little bit more as Charge is about to finish up, as well as all of these gateways, so we can get into those charge shots. Kind of charge our Archon in a way. I mean, there is one Archon due to the DTs earlier. There it is.
It's Charge Lot Archon singular.
There you go.
Charge Lot plural. Charge Lot plural.
In
Archon
charge lots.
singular. Charge Lots Archon. Yeah, it's Charge Lots Archons. Just going for a follow-up proxy. Well, I guess that's more of a reinforcement point.
Oh yeah, that it is. We have a gateway across the map, so we can warp in across the map and reinforce this army. But Cure's in the middle of moving out.
Yeah, is able to get a little bit of damage here and there. Zest is just trying to set up a bit of a flanking point for when Cure decides to fully commit to the push.
That is. Meanwhile, Zest, oh my god, he takes a 4th base behind this. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, 10 gateways are completed. Yeah, it really is. But he's going to get away with it.
Because as you said, yeah. Because as you said, 10 gateways did complete. He has more than enough income to sustain the warp-ins. Upgrades have finished up, just waiting for that +1 armor. And look at them force fields. He's going to have to cancel his 4th, but he's not. His army is in no trouble at all.
And yo, Zest, he's getting ready for the surround. The Zelts are coming in. The Stalker's coming from behind.
That was a really good anti-armor missile, but is it going to be enough? Zest does get the surround, but Cure, he's breaking out with the Stim. The concave is real, though.
God, that it is. Now only 2 medevacs escape. They are just barely alive, and Zest is able to push away his army. Thankfully, though, Cure was able to force the denial on the 4th base.
Yeah, now he's just behind and not, really lagging behind.
Now he's only just behind, not far behind.
Yeah. Now he's just, gaining on him. No, wait, my analogy. I was gonna do something like Olympic thingy, but I forgot all my sports terms. He's like Bortles behind.
What?
That's a term.
He's saying, meanwhile, Zest, he's trading at the same time. We do have a couple more stories in the third base of Cure. Cure needs to get this up and running. For the longest time, he's been stuck on two-base economy. He needs a third.
And it might just burn down as he's coming for the repair.
That they do.
Utilize it yet.
Yeah, and the Cure is really struggling to defend at multiple locations at once. Like, Zest is really pulling him apart. Oh my god, look at how many cells there are.
And he's baiting out the shots too. He doesn't want to just lose them needlessly. He is really waiting for when he can set up that flank, for when he can slam the army of Cure into a corner.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He blinks on forward, takes out the medevac. The Zealots do get on top of a lot of that bio, but in come those Widow Mines again. They need the most perfect shots if Cure wants to hold on.
And he might be able to get one or two, but one or two is going to be barely enough. High Templar are starting to come in, but I'm not convinced they have enough energy for Storm yet.
No, Storm isn't done, mate. It literally
Never
just
mind.
started.
Oh no, Zest! What are you doing? Apart a little.
Speaking of, Cure accidentally sends his medevacs forward, so a couple of them get picked up for free. But yeah, Zest, he forgot Storm. He only realized when he clicked the Storm button and nothing happened. So Storm is on the way.
At the very least, looking at it optimistically, he'll have plenty of Storm energy.
Sure, this is true. This is very true. Plenty of energy on those High Templar. Oh god, and Storm isn't too far away from being done. Chrono Boost is a pretty good unit.
Really is. Kronos, meanwhile, really good player.
There you go.
Really good guy.
Oh god, meanwhile Curie is just barely holding on here, but Zest is just biding his time, waiting. Storm finally completed.
Oh, I'm not sure if he wants to move in with these stalkers yet. He's waiting for Cure to expose himself just a little bit and then come in from every single angle.
And there we go. High Templar in the medevac. I mean, War Prism, they're here.
He's gonna land not the best Storm in the world. But he is trying to catch out some of these Burrow Widow Mines. Doesn't really have much detection yet. That was a better Storm. And Outer Charges are backing him into a corner. Here comes Cure from the side. But look at that force field.
Oh my god.
Really forcing the bio into a choke point. And that's where the Storm shines.
Exactly. We have another Storm available. And that is all that Zest needs. GG gets called. And Zest takes the series. And he is our ESL Open Cup 84 champion.
3 weeks in a row. Cure looked so shaky at the start of the series and then fought his heart out next 2 games. Really tried to redeem himself. He did really well in the ace match too. But Zest, I don't want to say he took it a little more seriously, but something clicked in him where it was like, time to teach this upstart a lesson. Nope, none of it. Cure, I know you've been on Dragon Phoenix longer than I have, but nope, I'm older than you.
Yeah, Zest was able to,
your elders.
he was able to take the series. I do think that also this series showed some of the strengths and weaknesses of the players, right? Like Zest, he's so good at like the early aggression and the mid game. Late game, a little bit more questionable.
At least in PvT, yeah.
Yeah, at least in PvT. But Cure was able to show his superiority on Romanda's side. Like that was just completely one-sided, mate. That was just crazy. Oh my god.
Both games he won did look very, very one-sided, and both games he won were very different games. Game number 1 was he anticipated or he scouted, I don't quite remember entirely. He defended against Zest's aggression very, very well, and then he just went straight on for the counterattack and won from there. He had so much momentum on his hands. The Romanticide game, the complete opposite. He was just so patient for so long as Zest was scratching his head trying to figure out what to tech into. He could never find it, and Cure took absolute advantage of that.
I have to wonder, how many times did Zest create and cancel carriers?
At least twice from what I counted.
I think there were 3 or 4 times, man.
Twice.
Like,
yeah. And each time he was producing like 3 carries at a time before canceling all 3 and then producing all 3 again.
Yeah, and then remember he canceled, produced, canceled, and then made a 4th Stargate, and I think he canceled that Stargate as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, crazy. But what a day of StarCraft. I know that, like, especially because we're getting back into it after an intense week of studying and casting and stuff. Like
weeks, yeah.
Yeah, like we we may not have been at like peak condition here, but it's always great to have you here, Yaku, especially because this week we didn't get to cast GPO together, so it's great that we at least got one cast in.
Yeah, I gotta fill my quota in that regard.
You do.
Yeah.
But
otherwise I'm being demoted from management, which apparently I didn't know I was part of.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. I love it from Turbo Quacker. Imagine forgetting Storm and still winning. True.
And still winning with Storm.
True.
The last second. Aye.
The power of Storm.
There are so many streamers I want to send these replays to.
That's crazy.
Arsem being the number 1.
Exactly. And with that, GG, well played to all of our finalists, and not just finalists, but our semi-finalists and quarter-finalists, as they all did walk away with some money. But they're not feeling too bad about it, because still made some decent cash.
Yeah, and of course it's ESL Asia. It's one of the, I think, best weeklies to really practice your stuff in a more competitive settings. All the ESL Open Cups in general.
Definitely.
It's a very similar format to a lot of the bigger, more major tournaments. So Yeah,
and shout out to everyone who tuned in as well. I know our viewership may not have been as large as it normally is here, but again, we've been on a very long hiatus with ESL Open Cup Asia, so we're slowly going to get back into the swing of things. This is going to be another regular weekly that we will be covering, so yeah, be sure to tune in next week, and the week after, and maybe the week after, because ANZ Champs is also, season 2 is around the corner as well.
Oh yeah, they're going to be qualifiers to that.
They're there next week, the 21st.
And that's usually the start of when the full DreamHack season is like going down. So yeah.
Yep. What I will say though is that I did check, and ANZ Champs is going to be mainly on Saturdays now instead of Sundays. So we will be able to. Okay. We should be able to cover this more frequently.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rough start for the inaugural season. Had a bit of scheduling conflict, so in the end they did have to double up on the weekends.
Yeah, that they did, but no longer. Meanwhile, Yaku, of course, thank you so much for joining me for this cast. Why don't you tell the people, mate? I'm curious about the answer to this question as well. Are you streaming this week?
I will actually. I don't know if I'm going to stream today. I might tonight because Kuro really wants me to continue on at Final Fantasy.
True.
But yeah, I will be. I will be streaming that either tonight, or either tonight or Monday night, or Tuesday. No, maybe Monday night, tonight or Tuesday night, or maybe Monday night. I might do it all the way. But especially next week, I haven't decided which day and which time. I do want to do another birthday stream like I did last year.
Oh,
very similar to what I did last year, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do it in like the 19th after GPO leading up to midnight, or the 20th after MSO. I should ladder, shouldn't I? So I can actually be eligible for MSO.
Oh yeah, you could be eligible.
Do I want a ladder stream though? Not yet.
So if you want to tune into that, check out Yaku at Yakuzaku1 on Twitch. You can also follow him on Twitter, because he should be tweeting when he goes live, right?
Oh, right. I'm supposed to. Yeah. I'll do that. Twitter.com/Empore Yakuzaku.
Shaking my head, man. Shaking my head. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in today. It was a really great tournament. It was our second tournament of the day. Earlier today, we also casted Battle of the Americas. I was casting alongside Ducklings, Bota, si. And our next broadcast will either be ESL Open Cup Americas or GPO. I know I've been a little bit tentative when it comes to the ESL Open Cup Americas, just because Milk is no longer available to cast those, and it's a very long broadcast, and I don't know if I want to commit to solo casting all that. I actually don't think I want that. So yeah, we'll come up with a solution to that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like wrangle. I almost said Darking, but Darking's got a full-time job now, so I don't. Yeah.
Cristiano,
No,
not Cristiano. No, not Cristiano. Cristiano. Cristiano's busy practicing.
It's a different kind of player entirely. Both Protoss though. Both Protoss.
Yeah, there we go. So the links from the caller.
And more importantly, I guess you can follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. CranKy Ducklings on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our VODs are on YouTube. You can also check us out on Discord. Join our Discord server if you want to interact with us outside of just the stream. And yeah,
there will be something very special planned once Kuro approves it.
True.
Damn it, Funara Kuro, everybody.
We have a very special video for our subscribers. Very special. Don't keep your hopes up.
Yeah.
But
she said that since it's about 5 minutes long, it can be used to replace some duct tape.
Oh my god, are we really gonna do that? I kind of want to do that.
What she said. Since it's about the length of a duct tape.
That's amazing. Let's go. Let's do it. I wish
I'd send the file in like a Google Drive or something.
Yeah, I wish I had it on hand right now. I would show it as we head off. Oh god.
It would take a lot to window capture and whatnot.
Also, I love how Turbo Quacker caught that. Yes, we said legible on purpose.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you. The Zerg Troll was here earlier. Turbo Quacker, ARJ Skater for sure. Thank you everyone. I hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time.
That we shall. Bye.
Ciao.
Bella.